G'day everyone and Merry Christmas to all. In this year's 2019 Christmas message, I wanted to focus on a theme around financial peace. I mean, the year has been challenging for some, a bit of economic uncertainty, job uncertainty, but the bright spot in the second half of the year has definitely been the property market. And that hopefully bodes well to the wealth effect and what 2020 will bring for each of us and also broadly, the economy as a whole. Because when the economy is going well, hopefully all of us have the opportunity to create greater wealth. Now, financial peace is a theme in our business which really has two main components. The first component is really around money management, and that's about having a strategy and a system to organise and control your money so you can trap more surplus. And of course, in our business, we call that our Money Smart system. And we have obviously a best-selling book that educates people in regards to that. Now, the other part of how you achieve financial peace is also aligning your money management and basically putting that money to work. And in our case, that is a plan. So making sure you can work out and articulate a set of goals. Now, those goals should be about personal goals first, and then the financial money to achieve those personal goals, because that's the connection that you need to make. Because just having money isn't necessarily going to make you happier. Okay, it's connecting those to experiences and things that you can do and memories that you can create, which will basically mean you'll have a fulfilling life. So in terms of the planning side, what we really focus on is a couple of things, and that is getting those goals set, but also when it comes to execution of that is over a longer sustained period of time. So there's no interest and no success in trying to race to a finish line and speculate and basically lose all your money. Investing for the long term is very much in our DNA, and it's always about two things. It's about the time you have available and then ultimately the income or benefit that you're going to derive out of making those investments to create wealth. Now, every year I like to also talk about some of our stats, and so let's do that now. Now, the glasses, they're not a prop, they are real. I'm not one who can read very well without them these days. So in terms of last year, we set ourselves a goal where we wanted to help 10,000 aspiring property investors to put them on their pathway to financial peace. Now, I can report to you, as we're going to air right now, that this year we've helped 5,369 households and individuals in terms of creating that journey. Now, that's 1,230 new households that we've been able to help in the last 12 months. Now, again, we want 10,000 by the end of 2022. So that's obviously a big, audacious goal for us to be able to help those households. Now, the pleasing part about that is our My Wealth portal has now over 15,300 people who have registered to use our free portal. Okay, so it's available for everyone to use. It incorporates the money management system, our Money Smart system, to help you organise and control your money. And so it's exciting to see that people are exploring ways in which they can better manage their money, trap more surplus, and then ultimately put that to work. Now, a few of the milestones that I wanted to share with you. If we look at our property story and our buyers agents area, over the course of this 12-month period, we hit a certain milestone where we did but 1,000th investment property. So that is very, very cool and a great result for our team here. We bought 278 properties. Now, we scan thousands of properties every year to try and find those rough diamonds and those bits of gold. And we also we bid for another 108, which we missed out on, which also tells us that, we're not necessarily just going to buy anything at any price. So that's our property side. In terms of our planning side, remember, we're always about planning to become what you plan to become. We've done 1,500 property or portfolio plans over the course of the last 8 to 9 years. So that's fantastic. And those numbers are increasing. So just to give you an idea, in the last 12 months, we've delivered 491 property or portfolio plans. We've recommended 1,135 investment or owner-occupied purchases inside those plans, and that correlates to recommendations of $565 million worth of property. The other big milestone in terms of those 1,500 plans is we've recommended over $2 billion worth of property to build that up. So that's a great result for those people who understand what financial peace is in terms of planning to become and putting that into action. Now we turn to mortgage broking. We've got $750 million of mortgages that we help our clients manage, and this year alone that number will increase by around $350 million in terms of new settled loans to help those clients on their journey. In terms of our financial planning business, we manage in terms of investments and funds under management around 115 million of our clients' superannuation and managed funds investments. And also a really pleasing part of our defence strategy is there's another 209 people, individuals who have taken up personal insurances such as income protection, life, trauma, TPD, those total and permanent disability insurances to help protect the asset base that they're building. So it has been a very, very busy year. In looking at some of the rewards that the great team of people we've got here at Empower Wealth have been able to achieve, for the second year in a row, we won the Property Investment Advisory Firm of the Year from Your Investment Property magazine. So that's a great news story for us. We won the Brokerage of the Year 6 to 12 staff at the Australian Mortgage Awards. We are a top 10 brokerage firm across Australia, coming in at number 7th through the MPA magazine, which is Mortgage Professional Australia. In terms of those awards, that's really great. Now, to finish off my message here today, I really also wanted to focus in on a bit of gift giving. So Christmas is a time of giving, and so from our point of view, that's exactly what we want to do with our best-selling book, The Armchair Guide to Property Investing. So we've bought quite a few copies of this book, but they're available. So we've paid for them. We've bought them from the publisher, our publisher. So if you want to get access to this book, all you need to do is pay the postage. And so we'll buy the book, usually retailing around $30 a book, and we will send it out to you as a Christmas New Year gift. Because inside here is all the frameworks that we talk about with our clients. It's all the processes and systems and proven formulas that we use to get our clients over the line. So my gift to you is the book is free. All you need to do is pick up the postage and handling, and we'll get that out to you as part of our Christmas message for you. So for those of you who are thinking about the new year and looking to celebrate, take a moment to smell the roses over Christmas. It's always really important to recharge, re-energise, and then coming into the new year, it's also then about what message you're going to tell yourself. What message is going to be something that stimulates you in terms of someone who does take action? Because remember, knowledge is empowering, but only if you do act on it. So Merry Christmas from the entire team here at Empower Wealth, from both our Sydney and also our Melbourne people, and also a very, very prosperous and happy new year for you and your family. Thanks for watching.
Might not be this music, could be something else. Okay. Could be different. Okay.